AMVCA nomination.
God, I beg now. Come on.
Who is Akwaman on a regular day?
Quite ambitious, very passionate. I love the work that I'm doing. Akwaman thinks differently from Daniel.
Really?
Yes, he does.
But Akwaman and Daniel both like a fang soup.
Yes, there's nothing I'm doing now that surprises me.
Wow.
I love speaking to people. I love helping people.
Looking at Akwaman, you're a very unserious person.
The first 10 seconds after I met Don Jazzy, I just pinched myself and I was like, what's happening? Like, is this actually real?
You're an AMVCA nominee
And could have been winner.
If your life right now had a movie title, what would it be?
The Adventures of the Akwaman.
Okay. We have in the studio no other person than the amazing, the uber talented Akwaman. A very good afternoon and welcome. Finally, we have in the studio.
Thank you very much for having me. I just want to apologize.
You will not escape with that accent. You're not going to escape.
I want to apologize to everybody that waits for me, please. It's not my fault. I'm going through a lot, please.
Is the apology coming with a fang soup?
Maybe or maybe not. Depending on
I will hold on to maybe.
If you have money, yes. Just
so it depends on
anybody.
me. It depends on me.
Exactly.
Amazing. Thank you so much for joining me right here. Like you already know, my name is Vyne Henshaw. They call me Igwe Vyne, and I'll be your anchor at this hour of this interesting conversation. And now, before now, you've been to Unico Radio before, you've been to Calabar before, and I want to believe that you enjoy the experience being in Calabar. So how does it feel being back to Calabar and just meeting the people, the culture, and the fresh air that comes to Calabar?
No, I mean, it's amazing. I love Calabar. I love Calabar so much. It's a place I partly grew up in. Funny enough, is at the time I couldn't wait to be outside. But like now,
you know what?
I can't wait to
I
come
think
back.
every creative has that thing where when they are in Calabar, they just cannot wait to go outside of Calabar. But when they become mega superstars like you, they want to come back home and just be around the people that they grew up with. Is that what you're dealing with right now?
Yes. I mean, I love like I said, the air. I'm not from Calabar, but like I schooled here. And I did most of my life here, and so it's always amazing to be back. I love the people. I love the food. Yes, because I'm a very food person. So,
but the food
anywhere the food is good.
The food don't shit for your body. Why they chop and put?
That's the thing. Thinking.
Okay, it's so good to have you once again. Yeah. Now, for those people that might not know, who Akwaman is, right? If I'm to stop you on a regular day and just ask, who is Akwaman? Like aside the content creator, the fame, the AMVCA nomination, and all of that, who is Akwaman on a regular day?
I mean, Akwaman on a regular day is almost like non-existent.
How so?
Because Akwaman is a character, or at least Emmanuel is a character. But like my real name, that's the person that you will now meet on a regular day, is Daniel. And that's the person speaking to you right now.
Okay.
And so on a regular day, Daniel is a lover of God and somebody who's realized that he's loved by God. I think that's the most important thing. Every other thing, I am quite ambitious, very passionate. I love the work that I'm doing. And I think these things show in my life or like in conversation with me. Yeah.
So where does Akwaman go to rest and where does Daniel come to play?
Once you say cut, Akwaman has gone. It's Daniel that is now this thing. But I mean, Akwaman also comes up like even in conversation, like I could just mistakenly slip into the accent and just start. But like the reasoning is also very much once he says cut, like that's it. Because Akwaman thinks differently from Daniel.
Really?
Yes, he does.
But Akwaman and Daniel both like a fang soup.
Yes.
There's a similarity, and that's important. Okay, now you have grown significantly from the last time you've been here. You've had more popularity. You've created content with a lot of big names in the industry. Now, tell me, how has that affected your career? So far so good.
No, it's been amazing. I hadn't even thought about it till you mentioned like the facts that we're here. It's not even up to a year. It's not been up to a year, and there's tremendous growth.
Absolutely.
Like we've witnessed. It's been like 3 years in one, and like I said, it's not even been up to a year. So it's is a testament to the fact that God is good. That's all we can say. The collaborations, the features, the messages, the conversations that I've had over the months that have passed have been amazing. They have affected my career in a very positive way, and I have grown, as we can all see. God is good.
Significant growth. Indeed, God is good. Now, let's talk about growth. I recently realized that, you went from being a content creator to being a TEDx speaker. Now, that is something that a lot of people might never have the opportunity to do, but, there you are doing what
2
you
times
love.
TEDx speaker.
Okay. Speaking of modesty, okay, I know some people are humble, but okay, no problem.
No, I'm
just saying.
just so you know.
Okay, so now, moving from a content creator to, being a TEDx speaker. Now, the platform TEDx is a very, very big platform. Now, is that something you ever saw yourself doing?
Yes.
Oh, really?
There's nothing I'm doing now that surprises me.
Wow.
So it's because people that have known me for a very long time, I'd always been saying these things. Like, I've been saying, this is what I'm going to do, and this is what I'm going to do. And I'm so happy. Like, I'm happy when it happens. I'm grateful when it happens. But I'm not surprised by it, because I was saying it and I was seeing it. Like, regardless of what was happening at the time, I stuck by these words. I was saying I was going to do this. I was going to do this. We've not even gotten to like close to a quarter of what I had been saying. Do you understand? So this is just the beginning, by the grace of God.
Amazing. So how was the feeling like, being on that stage and inspiring young people like yourself?
I mean, it's amazing. Why I said I wasn't shocked was because I love speaking. Obviously, people don't know this about me because it's not something I put out there, but I love speaking. I don't necessarily like get nervous about speaking. If anything, I'm always like trying to make sure that I'm not overconfident. So I don't cross a line and then just believe that, oh, you can do this thing now. Is it not you? You understand? So I try to keep myself humble in the moment. I love speaking. It's one of those things where I feel like I'm called to do. And this is the first time that I'm saying this, like, publicly, outside, like in public, but like it's something I love doing and I feel called to do. I love speaking to people. I love helping people. I feel like my purpose in life is to bring joy to people, but also help people. Because people that are helpless are probably going to be joyless.
True.
And if you can solve their joylessness for a few seconds, what happens after that? And so if I can help you to live a joyful life, that works.
Now, I think I'm having a feel of the Daniel personality than the Akwaman, because looking at Akwaman, you're a very unserious person. You're a very unserious
Actually,
person.
Akwaman is a very serious person.
this wisdom, I'm like, okay, there's a very big difference between Akwaman and Daniel. But yeah, more TEDx to you, more opportunities to speak, because I feel like, we live in a time where young people need to hear fellow young people like themselves, speaking to them and telling them that, they can actually do whatever they set their minds to do. Now, speaking of growth still, you've moved on to become a very very big name in the entertainment industry. You've worked with a lot of, big names as well.
If you
The
say
likes
so.
of the numbers don't lie. You have the likes of Iniedo, Genevieve Omer, and Don Jazzy. Prof. Don Jazzy. How has it been working with all these people, knowing that these were people that, growing up, I believe you looked up to people like, Don Jazzy, Iniedo, and the rest. So how does it feel like being in the same space with them, working with them, not as a fan and a superstar, but as, so to say, colleagues? How does it feel?
Amazing. I'm like great. I've said this. I haven't said it like obviously in an interview. I don't think I've been interviewed since then. Maybe that's why I haven't said it. But like I was telling my people the first 10 seconds after I met Don Jazzy, I just pinched myself and I was like, what's happening? Like, is this actually real?
See, just let's go back a little. Let's rewind. How did that even happen?
It's God. That's
good enough.
I'm going to try and explain. I'm going to try and tell you this and that. But like when you actually like think about it, it's God. Like it felt like it was supposed to happen at the time it happened. I'm not going to say much, but I'm going to say that when I reached out to him, I was not even in Lagos. Now, the day he was going to be free was the day I was going to be in Lagos.
Wow.
Do you understand what I just said? So he just said, oh, I'm busy, but I'm going to be free on this day. Now, that happened to be the day I was going to be in Lagos.
But it still happened.
That's what I'm saying. If he had said, oh, okay, can you come today or come tomorrow? I was not in Lagos at the time. Like, I was not where he was at the time. You understand? So, like, that almost would not have happened. But, like, it was perfect timing.
God's timing, I would say.
Exactly.
Well, it's so good to see that, you're growing and, you're becoming a big part of the creative industry. Now, the creative industry is one industry that is very competitive. A lot of competitors, a lot of people are doing almost the same thing. These days, you come online and you see people trying to mimic you. I know that you've seen that. It's people are trying to mimic you and trying to be your character. Now, how do you try not to be condescending when you see people trying to mimic you? Because people have this thing where if I'm doing something and another person does it, they're like, who's this one? Who's this one to be? So how do you try not to be that person?
So who says that I'm not that?
Okay, let me assume you are not that person.
I mean, everybody's trying to, so to say, put food on their table. So let everybody do. I have concerns
that you're not going to tell them.
That I mean, depending on like where conversation might lead to, but it's more of like an advice. It's not like, and that's the thing. There are certain things that you say. The internet now is one crazy place. There's a way you say something and then somebody can misconstrue it to mean something else. But yeah, let everybody, each man to his own calling. Let everybody do what they feel like is right for them.
My own is that just be authentic with what you're doing. Now let's talk about the AMVCA nomination. You're not now just a content creator, you're an AMVCA nominee.
And could have been winner.
Oh, we'll get to that part. We'll get to that part. Now, how was it like when you heard your name for the first time as an AMVCA nominee? Now, AMVCA is not a small platform, it's a very big platform in the Nigerian creative or film industry. Now, how did it feel knowing that you were a nominee? Given that you've done this for what? Just a few years.
It's in a few years.
Okay, publicly, people know you publicly for a few years. But you've been doing it for a while. My apologies.
When a man arrives, it's not when he started his journey.
I agree with you. Well, how did you feel, knowing that, you were an AMVCA nominee, and it's something that a lot of people have not attained that height yet. Most of them have been in the industry longer than you have been, but they've not attained the height yet. So you did it. You became a nominee. How was it feeling like?
Amazing, but like I said, I was not surprised.
That you were nominated.
Exactly.
Okay.
Again, it's something I had been saying. Even be like,
Did they believe you when you were saying all this?
Obviously not now. Obviously, people were concerned. These boys, it's like there's something wrong with you. You want to do something else with your life. People were actually like genuinely concerned. I mean, and for good reasons, for love reasons and all that. But something I had been saying, even before that particular category like came out, because it's a 5-year-old category.
Yes.
So, but before that category was even a thing, I had been saying it, and I'm going to say it here again. I'm going to win. Best actor, best film, best director, best everything.
Love it.
Saying it and putting it out there to the universe.
We love to see. Yeah. Now, since you know everything, you've known everything, did you now know that?
No, not no. See.
No, don't do that. Did you now know that you were not going to bring the award home?
At that time.
Yes.
Who am I to know? I'm not God. No, I'm at the end of the day, I'm a human being. You understand? I have dreams. Some of these things, imagination. Some of these things, actual dreams. Yes. Right? And like I always say, like people that know me, when you come to know me, like I'm a very ambitious person. Where I'm seeing myself, I know there's God that can take me there. But the thing is, I'm also very much aware that it's a journey.
Absolutely.
It's a journey. And one of the things that I said to myself when what happened was, and this is me being honest. I don't know if I'm supposed to be this honest.
Well, this is safe space.
But something I said was that if you are writing a story on resilience, would you give yourself the award on the first nomination? And my answer was probably no.
Wisdom.
I don't know if you get what I just said. Like, as a writer that writes films and writes stories, like if I was writing a story about resilience, would I make the main character, would I make the character win on the first try?
That's not resilience.
So funny enough, I these thoughts, I don't know if maybe it didn't come from me, but these thoughts came into my mind before the winner was announced. So like I was just like, I was like, God, I beg now, come on, let me just. So like I admit to being even with the whole question, I was like, God, please now, but make it just happen. And then when it was, I was not very, because I had just had this. Yeah, it's like God was trying to already comfort me before. I was like, okay.
Well, at the end of the day, it's not the end of the road for you. There are many
end of
more
road,
things. There are many more things to come, and we know for a fact that you're going to win that award and more in the coming years. Now, let's talk about your tour, your campus tour, the family meeting with Akwaman. What birthed the idea?
So, first of all, is I love this stage. There's not many things that move me. But like one of the things that move me and like move me so like it's just performing in front of people. I love performing in front of people. I love acting on stage in front of people. There's this thing they call like the acting bug, where it's like something, that's where I first got it. So I started on the stage. I grew to love acting.
Did you do acting like maybe professionally, a course or something?
I'm a very my story is different. My case is different. But I used to do it in church a lot because that's where I had the opportunity to do it. So I was directing, producing, and acting in plays in my church, like writing stories and all that. To go back to the tour, because there's something I wanted to say, and I'll try and put it. So is that we had the idea that, because last year we did a tour, we did Calabar, Port Harcourt, and Lagos, and this year we're like, okay, let's expand it. And then we now thought, okay, what if we do like a campus first? Okay. And then a city tour. This is the first time I'm saying that we're going to be doing a city tour right after the campus tour. Yes. So we decided to go on campuses, and we sent out, we made an announcement that schools should reach out. And we selected 6 schools from over 15,000 applications. Unical happened to be among the 6 schools, and we're beginning with Unical. But what I wanted to say was that the play that we're going to be doing, what we're going to be performing on the tour, I wrote that play in 2022, and I was going to do it in Calabar.
Okay.
But I did not have the money that time.
Now look at you.
I mean, God is going to make it happen now. Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic. We hope that people come out and see you in your elements. Like you said, you like the stage, you like to be in front of people and perform, and it's good to do something that you're happy doing. Now, what's the future for Akwaman? Like you said, you want to act, you want to direct, you want to do a lot of things in the creative industry. Aside that, what other future plans do you have for yourself and your craft?
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Let me not talk too much.
I think you've spilled enough already on the show. Okay, now let me ask you this question, because I want to believe there are a lot of creatives in the University of Calabar, people that are doing music, comedy, you name it. So what would you tell them, given that we are living in a time where everybody wants to be a content creator? And forgive me, but I think it's a pandemic now where you're now how do I say this? You're now prioritizing wanting to be a content creator over everything else. Now, what would you tell them, given that you are a content creator, you went to school, you've graduated, you've done your own part of education before focusing on content creation?
Not necessarily, though.
Well, now you're doing it full time because you're not focusing on school anymore. Now, what about somebody who is still struggling with school, creating content? There's always going to be that balance tussle. Now, what would you tell them on how to strike a balance?
So I think the first is, because in the while you were talking, you've now asked two different questions. So the first is like the whole, like everybody wanting to be a content creator. And
it's a pandemic. Let's admit it.
I would say this. Remember when our parents all wanted us to be doctors?
True.
Or lawyers or engineers. Now, as you know, this was influenced because the people that they saw that were successful, these are the things that they were doing. And so in our generation, do you understand what I just said? So there's nothing new under the face of the sun.
True.
Everything that has happened or that's happening has happened before, maybe in a different form. So this is not the first time where, but at the end of the day, something happened while we're preparing for this stuff, and there was some sort of difficulty, and I had to ask myself why. Like, why are you even doing this, right? But like the answer I gave myself, I was having a conversation with somebody, and we're like, that's why if you're not supposed to be doing this,
you just give up on the way.
Because if you don't love this thing, I asked myself why am I even doing it? Like, why are you? But you love this thing.
But you know, there's loving something, and there's that thing loving you back, and that's the problem these days. That is
because for a long time, this thing did not love me too. But you get what I'm saying? It's probably not going to initially love you too. You go to toast them. Everything that involves toasting.
True.
So now, how long can you? How much do you love it?
To chase
do you understand?
It.
To chase it. I wanted to use an analogy about women, but I'm not going to say it.
I think we all know what the analogy is.
I'm not going to say it. Yeah.
But you pursued this for a while before it eventually, became part of you.
Exactly.
That's nice. That's really nice.
So for most people that are like trying to, content creation is now the new rave. There's going to be a new rave, like in 2-3 years. There's going to be something else that is more exciting. And if you just keep jumping and jumping, after like 30 years, you're just going to ask yourself, like, there's nothing I have stuck to find out what happens at the end of. So I've learned this skill, and in 6 months, I'm like, this is not this thing.
I'm bringing me money.
Makeup. I've learned makeup, Forex, tap swap, Web3, before you know Web5. So like, at the end of the day, there's nothing that you did long enough to find out if you were going to be exactly.
Well, thank you very much, Akwaman, for coming and spewing a lot of wisdom. But before we wrap up this exclusive interview, let's just do a little rapid fire question. I'm going to ask you a few questions and you answer in heartbeats. Are you ready? Okay. Now, one content creator you secretly wish people would stop comparing you with.
I'm not going to answer that. I mean, I don't even know. I don't know. Honestly speaking, I can't think of anybody.
The next one is, if your phone gallery accidentally leaked, what's one thing fans would be most shocked to find?
If you look at, I'm a very boring person. See. Money receipts. If you, Jesus, debit alert receipts. I have sent the money.
But how about the one that is coming? Okay. The next one is, what's the weirdest DM you've ever received that made you just stare at your screen?
I mean, like, I think I've been asked this question before, and it's not very weird based on the sort of content that I put out. And it's, I'm ready for marriage. Like, I want to marry, or let's get married. Because I say, like, there's a content where I said, oh, I'm ready for marriage, and if you are ready, apply.
But are you ready for marriage, though?
I am ready for marriage.
You see, put out
so
the application.
I marry here in this Calabar. So.
You will marry in Calabar.
Tell your sisters
I see the connection with Calabar. Okay, the next one says, if you had to delete all your skits except one. I think I know the answer to this one, but let me give you the benefit.
We all know the answer. Because I find it funny.
Everybody finds it funny. Okay, moving on, we have, if someone offered you 500 million to quit content creation today, are you taking the money or not?
So I have said this thing somewhere before. I was not asked, but I said it, and I said no. Anything you want to believe.
Well, you said no.
I said no.
You still say no?
I'm still saying no.
Okay, fair enough.
Because what do I want to use the money for?
You tell me.
I don't know. Do you understand? Like, it's that you've loved this thing so much, and every money that you want to put it in. Like, money is not the end. Money is a tool that you use to, like, get yourself somewhere. If you've removed that somewhere for me, giving me money is like, okay, I'll just be eating. I'll wake up in the morning and eat and sleep.
You can open an Afan restaurant now. How about that?
Did you ask me whether I can cook a farm?
That was no problem. We can always employ people.
Yeah,
Okay,
no.
now this one says, if you could swap lives with any Nigerian celebrity for 24 hours, who would it be?
I'll, people are going through a lot. You no go know now.
You'll never know.
Una think say then they enjoy. Una think say people they enjoy. I will not swap. I will not. That they say if everybody bring their problem and put in front you carry your own. So I'm not swapping with anybody.
You want to be Akwaman?
I'm good.
Okay. Now, lastly, if your life right now had a movie title, what would it be?
The Adventures of the Akwaman.
Okay. The Adventures of Akwaman. Thank you very much for coming and having this conversation with me. Well, there's so much can take at this time. My name is Vyne Henshaw, and I'm leaving you right now.